smiling through the noise. Picture yourself in a city that never sleeps, where neon lights pulse like a heartbeat, your phone hums with notifications, and the pressure to keep up feels like a tidal wave. In this 4.0 era, where every moment is a race against time, how do you find a sliver of peace? What if the answer lies in a figure whose radiant smile cuts through the chaos? Maitreya Buddha, the embodiment of joy and hope. Today, I invite you to explore how young people are weaving Maitreya's timeless wisdom into their hyper-connected lives, turning digital noise into a path of awakening. Stay with me, because these stories will reveal how to bring compassion and purpose to your own world, with practical steps you can start today. If this sparks something in you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to spread the light of wisdom. Your support through a super thanks donation also helps keep these stories alive. So let's dive into Maitreya's teachings. Meet Emma, a 25-year-old graphic designer navigating a whirlwind of freelance gigs and social media trends. When I spoke with her, she described her life as a blur of deadlines and digital demands. "My phone was my boss, my friend, my stress," she confessed. But one evening, while scrolling through an endless feed, she stumbled across an image of Maitreya Buddha, his round belly, infectious grin, and eyes that seemed to say, "It's all going to be okay." Intrigued, she began exploring his teachings. Not in a temple, but through apps and posts, squeezed between client emails and Instagram stories. What she found was a vision of Buddhism that didn't demand she unplug from her modern life, but invited her to infuse it with mindfulness and joy. Maitreya, known as the Buddha of the future, is often depicted with a smile that feels like a warm embrace, inviting you to embrace life's imperfections. Unlike the serene, meditative figures of other Buddhas, Maitreya's energy is vibrant, almost playful, as if he's winking at the absurdity of our struggles while offering a hand to lift us up. For Emma, this was a lifeline in an era where anxiety is a constant shadow. Maitreya's smile reminded me that joy isn't something you chase, it's already inside you, even when life feels like a glitchy app, she shared. In the 4.0 world, where we're bombarded with expectations and information, Maitreya's teachings offer a radical shift. Peace isn't about escaping the chaos, but finding harmony within it. What draws young people like Emma to Maitreya is his forward-looking philosophy. As the Buddha of the future, Maitreya embodies transformation, not just for oneself, but for all beings. His bodhisattva vow to guide everyone toward awakening resonates with a generation raised on ideals of connection and impact. Today's youth aren't just seeking personal calm. They want to heal a fractured world. Maitreya's vision aligns with this, offering a spirituality that's active, compassionate, and deeply engaged with the present moment. Consider Jay, a 28-year-old software developer who spends his days coding under tight deadlines. "My work used to feel like a grind," he admitted. But after reading about Maitreya's vow to bring joy to all, he began to see his job differently. What if my code could help someone, even in a small way? He wondered. Jay started designing apps with purpose tools for mental health, like meditation timers or community platforms. "It's not about being perfect," he said. "It's about showing up with intention every day." His work became a practice of compassion, a way to embody Maitreya's spirit in the digital age. This is where Maitreya's teachings shine in our tech-driven world. They don't ask you to abandon your devices or retreat to a mountaintop. Instead, they encourage you to use technology as a tool for awakening. For Emma, this meant integrating mindfulness into her daily grind. She created a practice called Maitreya Moments, setting 3 daily phone reminders to pause, breathe, and smile, no matter the chaos. "It's like Maitreya's grin popping up on my screen," she laughed. "It reminds me to let go of stress and find gratitude, even if it's just for my morning coffee." This simple act, rooted in Maitreya's joyful energy, has transformed her relationship with her fast-paced life. Jay, meanwhile, found inspiration in community. Inspired by Maitreya's Bodhisattva vow, he started an online group where young professionals share how they bring mindfulness to their work. We talk about coding, design, even customer service, as chances to practice patience and kindness, he said. The group now has hundreds of members, all young people seeking to align their careers with deeper values. This is Maitreya's spirit in action, a collective effort to awaken, not just individually, but together, in a world connected by screens. As I listened to Emma and Jay, I saw how Maitreya's teachings are not relics of the past, but a blueprint for the future. They remind us that spirituality in the 4.0 era doesn't require grand gestures. It's in the small, intentional choices. A smile shared online, a moment of gratitude amid chaos, a commitment to use our skills for good. This is the heart of Maitreya's message, a call to live with joy, compassion, and purpose, no matter how fast the world spins. So, what's your Maitreya moment? Try pausing today, breathing and smiling, just as Maitreya would. Share your experience in the comments, and let's inspire each other. If this resonates, like, subscribe, and share this video to spread Maitreya's light. A super thanks donation also helps keep these stories flowing. Let's continue this journey together, finding joy in the noise of the 4.0 era. Awakening in the digital age. Imagine you're up late, the glow of your screen casting shadows as you scroll through a sea of posts, each one pulling you deeper into comparison, distraction, or doubt. In that quiet moment, do you ever crave something? Wield something that anchors you in the storm of the digital age? Maitreya Buddha, with his warm, knowing smile, seems to whisper, "You're enough, right here, right now." In this continuation, we dive deeper into how young people are embracing Maitreya's teachings to transform their hyper-connected lives, turning fleeting moments into opportunities for awakening. Stay with me, because these stories will show you how to weave joy and mindfulness into your own 4.0 world, with practices you can start today. If you're inspired, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to spread the wisdom. Your support through a super thanks donation helps keep these stories alive. So let's explore how Maitreya's light shines in the digital age. Meet Sophie, a 22-year-old university student balancing exams, part-time jobs, and the pressure to curate a perfect online image. When I spoke with her, she described feeling like she was sprinting on a treadmill that never stopped. "I was always comparing myself to others online," she said. "It felt like I had to be someone else to be enough." But during a visit to a local temple, she encountered a statue of Maitreya, his serene yet playful expression cutting through her stress like a warm breeze. Intrigued, she began exploring his teachings, finding a radical acceptance of herself, imperfections and all. Maitreya's smile felt like permission to stop striving and just be, she said. "It's like he's saying, you don't have to be perfect to be whole." Maitreya's teachings, rooted in the Bodhisattva ideal, emphasize not just personal awakening, but the liberation of all beings. For young people like Sophie, this resonates in a world where social media can amplify both connection and division. Sophie began to see her online presence not as a stage for perfection, but as a platform for authenticity. She started sharing posts about her mindfulness journey, small moments of gratitude, like appreciating a rainy afternoon or a kind gesture from a stranger. "I used to post to impress," she admitted. "Now I post to inspire." Her followers noticed the shift, and soon her inbox was filled with messages from others seeking the same peace. This is Maitreya's energy in action, a ripple effect of compassion that starts with one person and spreads through the digital web. What makes Maitreya's philosophy so powerful for Sophie is its adaptability to the 4.0 era. His teachings don't demand you abandon technology, but invite you to use it with intention. Sophie began practicing what she calls digital dana, inspired by the Buddhist principle of generosity. She shares free resources, online guided meditations, mindfulness tips, or uplifting quotes, knowing each post could brighten someone's day. It's not about going viral, she said. It's about planting seeds of kindness, like Maitreya would. This transforms the often toxic space of social media into a garden of compassion, where every like, comment, and share becomes a small act of giving. Then there's Liam, a 29-year-old freelance photographer whose work takes him across cities, capturing everything from fashion shoots to street life. He often felt disconnected from his creativity. I was shooting for clients, not for myself, he said. It felt empty. One evening, while editing photos, he stumbled across a podcast about Maitreya. The discussion of Maitreya's vow to bring joy to all beings sparked something in him. I realized my photography could be more than a job. It could be a way to share beauty and hope, he said. Liam began seeking out moments of human connection. In his work smiles, kindness, resilience, and sharing them online with captions that invite reflection. Each photo is a Maitreya moment, he said, a chance to remind people of the good in the world. Liam's approach reflects Maitreya's call to engage with the world actively. In the 4.0 era, this means using our tools, cameras, apps, platforms to spread compassion. Liam started a small online community where photographers share images that uplift and inspire, creating a space where creativity meets mindfulness. It's not about likes or followers, he said. It's about using our gifts to make someone's day a little brighter. This communal effort mirrors Maitreya's vision of collective awakening, where every action, no matter how small, contributes to a better world. For Sophie and Liam, Maitreya's teachings offer a way to navigate the digital age without losing themselves. Sophie's digital dana and Liam's mindful photography show how spirituality can thrive in a world of screens. They remind us that Maitreya's joy isn't found in grand gestures, but in everyday choices. A kind post, a moment of presence, a commitment to use our talents for good. So, what's your way of bringing Maitreya's smile to the 4.0 era? Try sharing one mindful moment today, a photo, a thought, a breath, and see how it feels. Drop your story in the comments to inspire others. If this resonates, like, subscribe, and share this video to spread Maitreya's light. A super thanks donation also helps keep these stories flowing. Let's keep awakening together, right here in the digital age. Building a future of compassion. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a world where every notification, every post, every digital interaction carries a spark of kindness. A world where the chaos of the 4.0 era becomes a canvas for compassion. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Yet Maitreya Buddha, with his boundless smile and vow to awaken all beings, shows us this world is possible, not in some distant future, but right now, through the choices we make every day. In this final chapter of our journey, we'll meet more young people who are bringing Maitreya's vision to life, using their digital lives to build a future rooted in joy and connection. Stay with me, because these stories will inspire you to turn your own screen time into a force for good with simple practices you can try today. If this moves you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to spread the light of wisdom. Your support through a super thanks donation helps keep these stories alive. So let's explore how Maitreya's teachings are shaping a compassionate tomorrow. Meet Ava, a 26-year-old content creator who spends her days crafting videos for a growing online audience. When I spoke with her, she admitted that the pressure to stay relevant often left her drained. I was chasing trends, trying to be what people wanted, she said. It felt like I was losing myself. But one day, while researching for a video, she came across a story about Maitreya Buddha and his promise to bring enlightenment to all. His image radiating warmth and unshakable calm struck a chord. Maitreya's smile made me realize I didn't have to perform for the world, Ava said. I could create from a place of truth. She began weaving mindfulness into her content, sharing short videos about gratitude, self-compassion, and small acts of kindness. Her audience grew, not because she chased algorithms, but because her authenticity resonated. Maitreya's teachings, centered on the Bodhisattva path, call us to act with compassion in every moment, no matter how ordinary. For Ava, this meant redefining her role as a creator. Instead of feeding the cycle of comparison and consumerism, she started posting challenges, like encouraging her followers to share one kind act each day, or to pause for a mindful breath before scrolling. It's like Maitreya's vow in action, she said. If I can inspire one person to be kinder, that's a ripple that keeps going. Her videos now spark conversations, with thousands sharing stories of how they've brought Maitreya's joy into their lives, whether it's helping a neighbor or simply smiling at a stranger. This is the power of Maitreya's vision, turning digital spaces into platforms for collective awakening. Then there's Noah, a 24-year-old music producer whose days are filled with beats, deadlines, and the hustle of building a career. I used to think success was about fame or money, he shared. But after a friend introduced him to Maitreya's teachings, he began to see his music as a way to connect rather than compete. Maitreya's vow to uplift everyone made me rethink what I'm creating, he said. Noah started composing tracks that blend calming melodies with lyrics about hope and resilience, sharing them freely online. I want my music to be a Maitreya moment, he explained, something that helps people feel lighter, even for a minute. His SoundCloud page became a sanctuary for listeners, many of whom leave comments about how his tracks help them through tough days. Noah's story shows how Maitreya's teachings can transform even the most modern pursuits. In the 4.0 era, where creativity is often measured by metrics, Maitreya reminds us to focus on impact over numbers. Noah began collaborating with other artists to create music for mindfulness apps, donating proceeds to mental health initiatives. It's not about being the best, he said. It's about using what I have to make a difference. His work echoes Maitreya's bodhisattva spirit, where every note, every creation, becomes an offering of compassion to the world. What ties Ava and Noah together is their ability to see the digital age, not as a barrier to spirituality, but as a bridge. Maitreya's teachings don't ask them to reject technology, but to harness it for good. Ava's mindful videos and Noah's soulful tracks show how the tools of the 4.0 era social media, music platforms, apps can carry the seeds of awakening. They remind us that Maitreya's smile is a call to action, to live with intention, to share joy, and to build a future where compassion is the currency of connection. So, how can you bring Maitreya's vision into your own life? Start small. Share a kind post, create something that uplifts, or pause to breathe before you hit send. These are your Maitreya moments, tiny acts that ripple outward. Try it today and share your story in the comments. Let's inspire each other to build a more compassionate digital world. If these stories have touched you, like, subscribe, and share this video to spread Maitreya's light. A super thanks. Donation also helps keep this journey alive. Together, let's make the 4.0 era a time of awakening, where every click, every creation, carries the warmth of Maitreya's smile.